Hey guys, welcome back to your favorite game with the Limp, and I'm here with my next part of GMT's P500 game. Not out yet, it is on P500, make sure you check it out. It's called the Barracks Emperors, and joining me today is actually Gimpys Gal. Say hello.
Too close. Hi.
Okay, I'm backing up a little bit. And the baby. Say hi, the baby.
Hi.
And she is here with us. But we are going to be doing the playthrough game first. I was actually going to do the patrician version, showing you guys the more in-depth rules, but she had some time to sit down with me and play. So we're going to show you a basic game and how that's going to work first, and then I'll get into the advanced rules, which is going to work out fine because we're not using the advanced rules in this playthrough. This will just let you see the basics of how the game's going to be played. And you can tell we're doing the basic version because there are no barbarians here in the surrounding areas. These are just going to be basic spaces for us to play influence cards that will have barbarians in it in the more advanced patrician version of the game, which you guys will see in the next video. So we've each got our hands of cards. I'm going to start things off. I will be going, and again, I've got the lighting set in such a way to try to mitigate shine. I'll hope to try to mitigate that as much as possible, but with the components, there's only so much I can do. Anyway, since this is a two-player version, right? It's like I told you guys before, one person will take the bottom and the top, the other person will take the left and the right. So for me, I'm going to be swords and columns, and Gimpys Gal is going to be Reese and eagles, right? So that means she can place a card in any space that's adjacent to these eagles or Reese, where those influence cards get to go. As an example, she could not place a card here for this emperor because she's not adjacent to one of her sides. I could, because I would be adjacent to mine, just like I could not place a card here. That's not a legal spot for me. You guys will see this as we go on, how you place your cards down, capture emperors, and all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and get started here. I will be placing first, and I'm going to take my blue number 7, and I'm going to place it right here. And my goal with that is I'm seeing a couple of blue cards here. I'm hoping it might be able to be scored for one of them. Now, since I placed a 7, I can only pick one of these two cards, either this 6 or the blue 5. And that's because, obviously, wait, nope, I can only pick this blue 5. Never mind. This is 6 or less. That is 7 or less. Gimpy's bad math. So I can only take a single card since I placed a high one. This is a 6, so it'll actually just replace that since that is the next lowest. The rest of it goes up. So it's 6, 6, 7, 8 now. Now it's Gimpys Gal. What do you got for us, Gimpys Gal?
I'm going to play this, then I wanted to ask you something.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to play this, I guess, and I was going to play this, like, either here or here. And is this to be in between?
Basically, you can place it damn near anywhere. There's only a few spaces that wouldn't be legal for you currently.
So I'll go there. And I'll
yes.
take the only one I can take.
So you'll take your blue 6 over here. I will take another card from the form, and we keep getting 6s. Good grief! I thought I had shuffled this thing real good, but eh. All right, so we're back to my turn. I placed this. She placed the 8. I think I'm going to take this blue 5 that I have, place it over here. And again, that opens it up a little bit more since there was a 6 or less on my cards, but it doesn't really change anything since they're both red 6s. So I'll take 1. We'll pull a card. This is a red 4, and it will go there. So you can see how I had explained it previously, that when it comes to placing and picking your cards, the lower number cards you place, the higher number cards you're going to be able to take back in return, and obviously vice versa. What do you got, Gimpys Gal? Where are you going? Do keep in mind that matching numbers cancel, so you can attempt to cancel off one of my cards or a card that could help me.
Let's go there.
All right, so you went there. Good spot. And you can pick from 7, 6, or the 4. She will take the 7, goes to you. And next is a 3, so this is all going to slide up. And you can see now exactly how the form's going to change each round.
I am not even like paying attention to anything because he literally was like, don't read the stuff. Like, we're just focusing on numbers and colors basically. So right now I'm not finding this too difficult, and I'm not minding playing it. I'm not typically into war games, as I've said before, but card games I can get into even if it is a war theme. But this one is like, it's different. But I'm enjoying thus far, what I've seen of it.
Well, we're playing the plebeian version, which does take away a lot.
So you're calling me a plebeian?
Yes, you are a plebeian. I'm married to a plebeian. This is a good thing. It takes away a lot of the difficulty when it comes to the game. All right, so you placed that 3, right? So you did the 3, so it is on me. Yeah, to play something. Now remember, it doesn't matter who places the card. It just matters who wins. So like this 8 that you placed, right? If it ends up winning here, right, on this yellow card, I would win it. You get what I'm saying? Even though you placed the card.
No, that's the first time he's said that, because it's just been whatever number is highest is who wins
it's the direction that you win the Emperor. That's what matters. If either the bottom, the left, the top, or the right wins.
So each card, this is which.
That's what you're looking
for.
The winnings. Exactly.
You never told me that.
I thought I had said that. I apologize. That was my goof. But basically, yes, you want, because there's no way you could remember which cards you placed. You want to win in the left or the right direction. So you want either the Eagles or the Reese to win when it comes to taking an Emperor. Okay, now I can place a card here, and we'll go ahead. Ooh, damn! I've got a card that could potentially do something here, but I'll give her one just to show you guys an example. Okay, I'm going to place this yellow 7 here, and this is actually a bad card for me to play, but it's a good one for you guys to see an example of what's going on. Looking at just the trump suit, right? This is yellow to the influence card, which means this one should win, so it should be going to me, with the exception of the fact that there's another 7, so it cancels out. So it goes to the next lowest trump suit or the next highest card if there's not another trump suit. So if this 3 were red or blue, then it would go to the 8 instead. But since it is a yellow, it's going to win in this direction. So that means this card comes off and goes to our discard pile.
So what, you just, every time you completely surround a card, you do this?
Yes.
Every time it's enclosed.
And then you win that, you're going to hold on to that, and that is your
probably backwards
winnings. And we're going to keep going like this until there's no more legal plays for either of us to make or radicals. No, it is your turn.
Okay. All right.
So one Emperor has been scored.
Once we've taken that off the board, are we putting? We're not putting more back.
No, we don't.
It off, and that's
that
the game.
Wouldn't happen until round 2.
Okay, so that's what you meant when we're playing one round.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep, we're just playing the round.
Go here.
Okay.
Because then boobity
cancels that. Cancel that. There you go. And see, she's canceling the 7 over here, but this 8 is currently winning unless a yellow card gets placed there.
So I can only take the 3, right?
Yes, you can only take the 3. So she gets that one from the forum, and a 4 goes in its place. Now it is to me, and unfortunately, if you're looking at my hand, my best cards, my top 2 cards, and my only yellow card. If I had a yellow card, I'd go there, but since it matches, it would cancel it out, so it's not going to do me any good. So instead, I'm going to try to... I'm going to put this here because it's red. It's matching top and bottom over there. That'll set me in a good place. But again, it's only going to give me 1, so I keep getting these low cards. And this is 5, so this will move down to there. And now it is to Mrs. Gimpys Gal again, who's playing with her hair and dancing.
All right.
All right. It is your move.
Okay.
And we're sponsoring Mountain Dew over there. Yeah, sorry, I'm moving around more than usual, but this is a movie game. We're moving around a lot. What do you got? Where are you going, babe? I know they're big numbers. Do you need an abacus? They'll figure it out.
I'm just gonna do this because
she's gonna hate me.
Well, because I'm gonna win this one.
Which one? Okay, yeah, that one is surrounded, so it is scored. The 7s cancel each other out, and the 8 wins it. So you do win another Emperor. You take that one. And this 8 goes to the discard pile. And what would you like? You played a 3, so you can pick from this one down.
The yellow 5.
No! I wanted that yellow 5. Because I need a yellow. Yeah. So, place another card.
See, I've got all yellow, so I need to start winning other colors.
I'll go there, actually. this should go
I'll show
down.
I've got for yellow because I don't want more yellows.
Okay, so now it's back to me, and I've got some options. I could complete this one. Okay, here, I'll show you guys something neat here. Right now, these 7s are here. This blue 7 is trumping in this direction, but if I play this yellow 7 here, all 3 of these cancel, leaving this blue 3 is the only one to win. So that gets discarded, and I win this Emperor with only a single card left to take for me. I've got a handful of low cards due to that, so that is unfortunate. But I have won an Emperor, and this is how the game was played. As soon as one's surrounded, bam. Something besides a 7 needs to be played here, or this Emperor is not going to be taken. All right, which one did you do?
I did that one.
All right, so she placed a red 8 there. That's actually a good position for me because it's high number up here to the top. Did you want to reconsider it?
Mm-mm.
Okay, no problem.
I know where I'm going next.
You know, but you got to consider me. What card did you want? Or did you already took one? All right, well, let me know that so I can throw down a card. Now, is there any way I can mess up her plans? And let's see, I think there is something I can
Remember,
do
you
here.
have to go to bed with me, so.
Yes, I do have to go to bed with you. And it's not have to, I get to.
Exactly.
Yes.
And you want to keep that mentality, then
Yes.
you really want to
All
mess
right,
up
so
my
we're going to place
foil my plans.
a blue 4 there, which is going to cause this one to capture. And it's going to be captured to this 5.
You got me.
Which means since I played a 4, I can take from here down. So I will take this 8 into my hand and replace it with a 2, which is all the way at the bottom. Okay, baby cakes, what do you got going on? Where are you going? Options are coming fewer and fewer. Remember, you can go to these barbarian spaces since we're not playing the patrician game, so you can place there as long as it's a legal space for you. Like we stated earlier. Okay. And
I
this
need the 4.
you need.
Or, yeah, I'll take the other. No.
It's,
I'll take the other.
okay. So you take that one, and we'll replace this with a 3, which will take that spot. And now I'm looking at this one surrounded by 7s.
It's going to be on. I'm trying to put mine in places where it's only going to be next to mine,
Yeah.
not on top of yours.
Actually short a card. I think I forgot to draw one, so I'll tell you what. I will just take this lowest 2. Yes, you're supposed to have 5 cards. Stealing my cards over here. All right, so this is my hand. Unfortunately, since I'm playing one-handed, I've got to just play face up, but it's not really that big of a deal. It's a nice learning game for us. I gotta say, I like this game. It plays easy. It plays quick.
This version does, but if there's
yeah.
a harder version where you're having to like talk about people, then I might like
Talk about people. No, we don't want to talk about people.
All right.
Okay, hold up. Let
You
me
just
look.
went.
No, I didn't. I didn't place a card. I realized I had not placed a card. So I'm going to place this red 6 here. And since I placed a 6, I got to take from here or lower. So I'll take the 3 and replace it with a 3. It's on you, beautiful. Where are you going? There's a couple spots. You've got here that'll close. You got here that'll close.
Oh,
We've got here that'll close. You
I'm
can't
not
place
close
here.
that one.
You can't place there. Only I
Okay.
can.
And this one I'm screwed because I don't have a number that will.
Well, you don't have to
When
close
it's-
it. You can ignore it for now and work in a different direction.
That one, I don't have a number high enough to cancel out either of yours. So I'm going to stick that over here.
So, work towards one of those then. That's the problem. Both of us played a lot of high cards, so now we're stuck with a lot of low cards in our hands. You've got to think of that as you're playing it around. All right, so she's going there with a blue 6. What? I'm assuming you'll want the 3 instead of the 1.
Yeah.
So there's the 3, and it'll be replaced with a yellow 2. And let's see, since only I can place here, I might as well, because I can win it with a very simple placing a 2. All these 7s cancel, which means this comes off. That gets discarded. That goes to my pile. And since I placed a 2 or less, I can actually take this red 8. Take the highest number up there, and bam. Now there's a lot of low cards set in here, so it's not going to behoove anybody to hold on to their good ones. It'd be a good idea to pass them out now. Where are you going? She's working. Now remember, you've got to go for a variety of colors as well.
I am. I only have yellow right now.
All right.
So blue or red, I'm good. All right.
You know you're canceling out your red 60.
Know, but that's fine because that means you can't win it there.
Okay, good deal. That's one way to go with it. She's got her strategy and she's working it.
The 2.
You need the 2. Okay. Now, unfortunately, there's an emperor here that I'd like to close, but I can't because I do not have the ability to place there since that is her area. I again have to place top or bottom. She can place left or right. So the emperors that are available are starting to get fewer and far between. Let me see if I have. Let's take and put a red card over here just to try to get it going in this direction because this one's almost cleared out. And then since I placed a 3 or less, I will take this one. And that will cause these to slide up.
All right, I just placed my 5 there. I'm taking this one because it's canceled.
Oh, she won.
That would be
Yep.
me, right?
Yep, you got it. There you go. So this 5 gets discarded, and you get to take a blue or a red one. Do you have a preference? Take the red one. So there you go. A 1 for you, and a blue 7 comes out. Now our forearms reset. It's back to me.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yes.
Okay.
I do get to place cards. I do get to place cards. And let's
You have all blue cards right now, don't you? Because I have mostly yellow.
I don't have all blue.
You have a bunch? How many do you have?
Those are not... Oh, emperors, yes.
You have just blues,
I have just blues.
See, I have 2 yellow.
You need to try to get one of these blue emperors because if you do, you're going to get some substantial points on that.
Don't worry, I'm planning on it.
Let's see. Let's put our high one over here next to that emperor. And since I placed an 8, the only thing I can take is a single 1. And it gets replaced with a 1.
Okay.
Really?
What?
You hungry?
Yeah, I am actually kind of hungry. All right, where did you
Someone
place
has
that?
the munchies. Wave to us. See, munchie time.
I totally had it in my head what I was going to do. I think you just messed it up.
That's my goal, to distract you so you can't win. I see one where you could potentially close off to get that blue, but I'm not going to point it out to you.
Let's see.
There's
I don't have a blue, so I can't. Wait, yeah, I could.
Well, unfortunately, you actually can't place there. Only I can place there. Because these emperors are gone, so they don't give you the ability. That's how the board really starts to narrow down. You lose your ability to place in certain areas. Yeah, only you can place here, only you can place there. So if you can cancel or put there to win in either direction, it's going to be hard with that one since I've got an 8 up there. So you'd have to put an 8 to cancel it out, but I don't think that's going to work in any direction because there's a 7 beneath it as well. Okay, so she went there.
I'll take the 4, I guess.
4 is for her. Goes there. And we will pull out another one, which is another 4. And I will tell you what, I will place this yellow 8 up here to... No! I was not paying attention. There is already a red 8 there, which cancels mine.
Which means I win it.
No, the 6. No, the 5 does win. Yep, you win. Oh, I closed it for her by accident. Oh, that is horrible. I traded a yellow 8 for a yellow 1. That was a horrible, horrible move on my part, but at least it was a yellow 1, which she already has a bunch of, so she is gunning for a blue right now, something hard. And she can get a blue. And you're taking that 7, which this will go here. Okay. Now, I got some 1s I got to get rid of to try to do this. Oh, what can I put down?
So if you can't, so you can place in this spot or nobody can.
Yeah, I can place there.
Okay.
And I might as well go ahead and place there. I can get rid of one of these ones to go ahead and close this off, which will cause
Me to win. Because I have a 6 and it's blue.
No, I was looking at the damn 8. That's the second time I've done that.
Pay attention to the colors, dude. You're
I am
like
like
the colors.
That's the thing. That's the trick-taking part of the game is you got to pay attention to more than just the numbers. You got to pay attention to the colors and where everything else is interacting. But that was a goof on my part. It's all right, though. I still got a bunch of victory cards over here. What do you got going on, baby? There's just a few emperors left to go after. I was sitting there thinking, well, I'm closing that off. The 8 will win it. But that's all right. I got a red one up there that I can get. No, because I wasted that other 8 that I had. Oop, I forgot. We got to flip this over. Now we've got a new one in there. A lot of low cards in the form right now. No 8s. I'm wondering if they've all been used. It's getting down to the wire. What legal spaces do you have left? There's one over here.
I can't do that because I'll cancel myself out.
No. There's one right here.
Ooh, wait.
That you could go.
I can do.
All right, so you're placing a 3 there. What card do you want? You can pick
the 5.
So you want the 5. The 5 for you, which I keep knocking myself for. And 6. So that'll go there. All right, so let's see here. What can I place? I can.
No one's on, but just in case you watch the playback, I'm going to show you guys.
I can win this one by placing this one here, which will cause this to close in this direction.
Wait. Put back what you just did.
What? I placed a red 4 right there. All right. Red 4. It wins.
Okay, just making
Just
sure.
like that.
I'm screwing up so much. I
screw up one time and she's like...
it was twice that you thought
okay,
you
I screw up.
And I wasn't paying
I screw up twice that she doesn't let me forget about. And throwing it back at me. Thank you. Been growing up for a while. All right. It is to you. She's over here playing on her phone.
Okay.
On Facebook, or she's streaming it. All right. There's a few emperors left. Let's see. We've got an emperor here, there. And yeah, I think that's it. Is that it? Yeah, there's 4 emperors left. And it is time. Oh, no. I cannot get any bonus points. I did not get a yellow emperor. I did not.
I think I have all of them now. Let me see. Yep, I got one of each.
Yeah, I think you got this one. Go ahead and place down your.
But I can't.
If you've got a valid place to play, you have to place a card there.
I know, but it's gonna screw me if I don't play there.
You can place here. You can place here. And I mean, there's other. Oh, there's one where you can't place there. Yeah, you've only got the 2 places that you can place. That's your only 2 valid places left. The rest of the emperors have been captured. So you do have to place there. Red 5, which means red 7 wins it. Red 5. Love Star Wars. And that causes it to go there. But my 8's still there. What card did you want? You placed a 5, so you can pick the 3 of the 2. I'm assuming 3.
Yeah.
Now, when the special rules come into the game, that might be a circumstance where you'd want to take a lower card for its special purposes. But when you're playing this, generally you just want the highest number you can get. I need to replace one of those. I guess it really doesn't matter what color I place there. Okay. No, I don't want that to capture. Oh, no. Yes, because I can't put that there. Because that will do... Oh.
You can't just make partial, ooh, no. You have to say what you're thinking and why you're not doing it because you're just...
I'll just place that one there. All right, so you only have 1 valid space left, and I only have 1 valid space left. And yellow 8. So you have to pick. This is your last card for this round, where you get to place there. Whichever one you place down. And...
I have nothing else.
Nothing else you could do. So this wins to me, but it does open up 2 spots on that emperor. What cards did you want?
The 8, I guess.
Well, which one did you place? A 3?
I don't know. I think
You
so.
placed a 3, so you
4.
take the 4. And that goes there. And 8. And there we go. Now there are a couple of spots left that I can place in, but I think all of your spots are full up at this point. And that'll just happen sometimes where she'll have to pass because she doesn't have any valid maneuvers left. And let's see, if I cancel her 6, she can't place. I can grab a card. I placed a 6, so this will stay here. And then I will place the blue 3 here to capture this Emperor. Which will go there, and the discard, and then the final Emperor is over there, and I don't think there's anything I can do for it, so I'll place that, and she will take that Emperor. All right, so that is the conclusion. She and I have finished, and now we'll tally up our points and to see who won. Remember, for the points, it's simply going to be 1 point per Emperor, and then 3 points for every set of Emperors. So count out your ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So I got 7 Emperors.
I got 6.
But you got some sets, didn't you? Yes, you have 1 blue card, right? Mm-hmm. So you ended up with 9 total. Because you have 6 of those, right? 6 cards.
Yep.
Plus 3 equals 9. So you won the round. Because you completed a set.
A set is 1 of each?
A set is 1 of each. So while I actually had 7 Emperors, I captured more Emperors than Gimpys Gal did. She actually won the round because she was able to capture 1 of each type of Emperor, which again is the Warring, the Senate, or the military, the Senate, and the populace when it comes to this game. Gimpys Gal?
Cool.
All right, so what did you think of your first time playing the Barracks Emperor? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah. It was easy. I know I don't like it's weird when you're like right on me, but you said it was just numbers and colors, really, and I know that makes me sound really stupid to be like, oh, that's my kind of thing, but it wasn't hard to learn this version. I'm sure there's a lot more in-depth, detailed version of this that he will walk you through. This was easy because it was just colors and numbers. And I'm not trying to say like, oh, it's so stupid easy. Like you saw, he kept forgetting that the colors mattered. The Emperor color mattered. Yeah. What card, so if you had the same color as that Emperor and you had a 1, but all the other colors were, all the other colors were present and there was not another blue, then you would win just because it was the same color. So it's one of those things that this version is easy to learn or quick to learn, but not necessarily easy to master.
Yeah, you can see how there's a lot of tactics to this.
Yeah, and tactics and things, but definitely
placing a card to block your opponent, as in like this, where like the 7s match. So that's
it's not just
canceling each other.
Blindly placing a card down. You really have to think about it, and it's a good thinking game, especially like someone like Gimpy has a brain injury, so engaging, your brain is good. And this one, you're not just thinking about one side of it. It's not just, okay, if I place this card, how is that going to affect this Emperor? It's if you place it here, or if you place it here, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 Emperors that you could possibly be winning or losing. And so that's the part that's kind of cool, is your one move can have 4 different.
But when Emperors start coming off the board, though, and that really starts,
a lot too.
Yeah, you start losing your valid spaces that you're actually able to place
honestly,
cards.
At the end, I had to skip the last 2 hands because I did not have, or moves because I had nowhere to place my cards. But so how it ended had nothing to do with anything I did because I didn't place the cards.
Yeah, but I think we both saw the strategy of trying to place some of your better cards, like your 7s and 8s, where they were touching at least a couple of Emperors of that color. So it would give you a couple of different options.
In the beginning, I did that strategy because I thought the same thing. If I have a high card, put it where it's going to have the greatest chance of winning. But if it was in a position that was also that could possibly benefit you, then I decided later on to not do that. So if I had the chance to place it, for example, on where the 7 is, I probably wouldn't unless these were already here and I knew I was going to win. If this was a blue emperor.
You mean like if that red 7 was yours, you were playing for that one, but putting it there also helps me.
Right, it can help you win.
There.
So unless I'm closing it out and unless I know placing it here is going to get me this and take this off the board, so you can't win, I'm not going to. I personally, that's something I noticed throughout the game is that I realized making that kind of a move later in the game is smarter than making it earlier in the game.
And that's not a bad idea.
Because you don't know what, I did that in the beginning. I placed my cards in a place where I thought there's 3 emperors around me or 4 or whatever, so I could possibly win. It's a high card, but it would be this position.
Yeah.
And I'd be looking at winning from this position, but that might not be how it plays out.
Basically, what you're saying is don't place down your best cards early on.
I think
when you don't know what the board state's going to be later.
Absolutely.
Wait until you see it.
If you get 7s, if you get 8s, at least in this version of it, and just play in this one round, and we can play again and see another video. But I personally think holding on to those cards and saving them for later is a good strategy to have with it.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. That is the thoughts from Gimpys Gal. Do you like it? Would you play it again?
Yes, I would play it again.
I gotta say, I think this is going to be a good wife game. But yeah, like I was saying, I think this is going to be a good game to have for you and your missus or your partner or your person who's not that into board games, but maybe likes to play a card game every now and then. This one is one that you could get them into where they're playing the plebeian version like we just did, because you see it's very easy to teach the plebeian version. You get the basis across to them and they're pretty well good to go. And after you've played some rounds, then you can go on to teaching them where the special rules come into it. Like 7s, you may prevent the use of optional abilities on influence cards played by other players until the start of your next turn. That would be an amazing ability, when it comes down to this. I really like the idea of the barbarians too, moving around the board and taking out cards and taking out emperors and doing cool stuff like that. But like I said, you guys are going to see that on the next one. If I can talk Gimpys Gal into it, I'll see if I can get her to try a patrician game, but I don't know if she'll go for it. I might let her try a couple more of the plebeian ones and then see if she wants to step it up. But you guys stay tuned for that, and I will have the next one up showing just the basics of how the cards are going to work when we step it up to the next level of game. All right. Appreciate the support. You guys take care. I'll catch you in the next one.